Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready, 30 base. Ready?
On first down, Red, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You got it, School. Don't be scared of it.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Recon, 132 fighter.
Second and 9 now. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
I got you. I got you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Safety screaming. Check 52. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 37. Go out. Let's go. Get set. Hit it.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaws. 56. Record. 5.
On 2nd and 12, Manning. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get them. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Leo. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
High 7.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Gates. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Move. Hey. 4 down.
Hey, zoom.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
They'll run on first down. Red. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Coaching spell. Go. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 6.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Second and 6. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gates, the intended receiver there. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Check 53. Don't get nervous. 53 to 5.
Manning going to try and throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Tie right. We got 4.
Get it.
Second and 5. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, 53.
Shotgun now for Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack on 1st down, Manning, he's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, it's Manning. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Working from the gun, Manning. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, echo. Put up. Watching your five. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 55's my guy. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Gates with a grab. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Got it.
56 is the mic. Yeah.
Go on, go on.
Check.
Lucky. Watch twist. Down.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line. In pregame, get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Charlie.
Check 55's the mic. Check 55's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Looking to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike, 55.
Big grip.
On first down, Red. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you, you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Come.
Check. 36. Jim. Check nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Under 10.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming after you. Shit.
Get ready.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there. 3rd down here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He finds an opening past the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Bring it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the up. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Manning. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
On the double.
53, Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53.
Manning now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go.
Hey, over. Snap.
Now Manning again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Mike, you got nothing to that.
X3. 218. Chop. Get it.
On 3rd down, Groves. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
53 Check. 53.
Hey, Delta.
53 to Mike. 53. Check. 53. Hey, tight down. There you go. Slam.
Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah. Watch out.
80 weapon.
Tight end right. Everyone, you got 4 down. Alert 3.
Smooth.
Alert 3.
Yo, go.
We got motion. Back up. 51, Mike. Mike's 51.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready. 15 line. Go.
On 2nd down, Red. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, Haywood!
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Larson. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check Mike. Watch it, 55.
Hey, exit.
55 is my guy, 55. Stop your whining.
Big grip.
He'll look to throw. Right side catch. This is Gates. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Deuce. Check. Crunch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finds his target. It's Gates. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set 18 Gator.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Red. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Yes. Ready?
Now a carry for Pirine. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Right there, 56. Get him. Slay.
Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Right here, right here.
Throwing is Manning. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Get in the weight room. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Ready? Watch the eye.
On 3rd down, Manning. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Watch the twitch.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Red. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's complete to Gates. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Hey, box truck. Yep.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 51.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So after the INT, it's Manning. Johnson's got it complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense very happy with what you're doing.
Check three. Check three. Show it.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. They were looking for Johnson that time. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Red. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Wahoo!
Now Manning. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Manning. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Undercrush. Fight.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but could